we're probably going to have to ban Batrider here.
I feel like we need a camera back here on your
5
notes.
seconds left.
I thought you said his nuts there for a second.
This stream is getting
Dyer's
worse
turn
by
to
the
ban.
minute.
They are not getting onto this desk like my
Okay.
foot was to say.
Okay, family friendly. Sorry, Vlad. Okay, cool.
You remember that Vlad owns a baseball bat, right?
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hasn't been seen in a while, but it can come out.
Baseball bats
No
aside,
comment.
EG's banning Batrider right now.
Is it-
TNC just banned Abaddon,
Okay.
and again,
Baseball bat rider.
baseball Batrider.
Yeah.
He's going to come
10 seconds.
swinging.
Okay.
Forted.
Right. That should be a thing, shouldn't it? That should be a skin.
5
What, me
seconds.
getting hit by a
Radiant's
baseball
turn to
bat?
pick.
Baseball bat rider.
The egg cracker. That's what you could call it.
It's more like the taunt, you know? It could just be like the Batrider does like a 360 and the guy then has the Batrider. Head just appears.
They've banned Abaddon
Oh, they
and
banned
Doom.
Doom.
So you're wrong, Coach.
I am wrong.
Abaddon? Abaddon?
Yeah. Abaddon.
Which do you prefer?
10
What do I
seconds.
prefer?
Yeah, Abaddon or Abadoon?
Dire
I say
pick.
Abadoon.
Dune. He does on his stream. I've been on there.
It should be Abaddon.
It's a Scottish hero.
It should be Abaddon, but I'm always saying
Yeah.
the other one, which
Yeah.
I've now somehow
Dyer's
forgot to
turn to
pronounce because I've
pick.
said Abaddon so many times.
Darkseer?
They'll probably
Aye.
go Darkseer Nyx. Probably in this position. If first pick an A, they just go Darkseer Nyx.
Okay.
And then that then prevents the Batrider
You
that
don't think
TNC
they want
really
Earth
likes.
Spirit or something like that? Not an Earth Spirit?
They
Even
could, I
though
just think-
Darkseer Earth Spirit's been like signature pairing.
I just think the Nyx is just a really solid hero. The Darkseer, just the combo is really good. But of course,
10
you could easily
seconds.
go the Earth Spirit in this position as well. It's whatever EG just feels like in this,
Radiant pick.
based on the draft.
Yeah.
And then
Next, good call.
So again, right now, based on TNC's previous draft, they would have gone defaulted to a Batrider in this position, but I don't see that working out really well.
not
especially
with
when
the Nyx,
No,
for
and
sure.
it just feels clunky.
But I think the Nyx pick also means that TNC probably wouldn't pick Sand
It's
King
Radiant's
because of
ban
the
now.
Sand
No, but they still could pick it. Yeah, they still could easily pick it.
Well, they just did.
Well, that's good.
I'm kind of surprised. I didn't think they
Dyer's
would.
ban.
Well, the thing is, you think about the whole Nyx v Sand King, you think it's going to suddenly deter, but it's really not, because if you carapace him, he's still the Sandstorm persists.
Yeah, he's still going.
It's not happening. The only way that you get rid of the Sandstorm is if you actually get the
You
Nyx
boot-
starts it into the Sandstorm and you're pressuring him out with like a double iron shell.
Yeah.
But it's a solid pick for TNC. They really like it. And it's one of those things where you shouldn't be deterred just because of
10
one hero.
seconds
Yeah.
to
Like,
go.
I mean, but it is Nyx is good against Sand King.
Five
Yes,
seconds
it
left.
is good in the sense that when you Sandstorm, you're always going to be able to stun him, you're going to find him, and you're always going to be able to get the
Yeah,
initial...
you can't do that under the tail end of the tree thing.
Well,
That you see a lot of Sand
Yeah,
Kings doing.
he still can do it. It's simply...
But he's going to get found.
He will get found.
Yeah.
So it's more like, it's not going to be like the premium Sand King you see. It's going to be like a slight budget version. I won't name
Budget
drop.
Sand
I won't
King.
reference potential shops that could match this, just because, you know, in case.
Other shops may be available.
Exactly.
So, second phase
This hasn't
bans.
given too much away from either side in terms of
Yeah.
how they're going to play, though,
Nope,
do you think?
nothing.
Or do you think I mean, to me, Darkseer Nyx is quite aggressive.
Both of these setups right now are very aggressive. You've got the Sand King who's going to be setting up the burrows. You're going to have the global presence from the AA.
Yeah.
And again, when the EG's lineups is very classic, where you're going to always have the vacuum into an Impale.
Yeah, yeah.
Potentially you can combo it with like some Wyvern type hero, or like push it further. But again, TNC right now, all they're going to want to do is ban out the carries that are
Radiant's
directly
turn
enabled
to
from the
ban.
Darkseer. That's why you see the Sven. And then potentially after that, you might see a Wraithing ban as well, because EG might even want to pick it up themselves.
Yeah. We see that a lot in these best of threes. That's why I think the best of threes are maybe a little bit more telling than a best of two, because you're going to get, like we always say, a little mini meta coming out within even just a best of three.
My only thought right now is because they're banning Morphling, EG could potentially be setting up for some
10
form, maybe an
seconds.
Alchemist or even a Terrorblade. Try and just go back to
5
one of the
seconds
classic
left.
EG heroes. Let RTZ play, let him carry the game for you. So I know it's a bit of a wild thing from just seeing one ban, but this is my gut read from what
Dyer's
they're doing right
turn to
now.
ban.
I like the fact that TNC have banned the Sven immediately as well. The last 3 times EG played Darkseer, they played it with a Sven.
Yeah.
So that suggests that Hean's done his homework.
It's
and you'd
just a
expect
classic.
that.
Yeah, it's just a classic. It's very easy. And again, the Warlock as well. It's one of those. It's an easy pick that EG can get just to open up the next phase. It's not going to show anything. It's like, okay, now you have a Warlock, and especially when it's in the meta like this.
I would love to
10
see Heen's
seconds.
record against Evil Geniuses, like his record as a coach
5
versus EG.
seconds
Because
left.
that's basically Heen versus Sam.
I'm on
basically.
it, Jed.
Good luck.
I don't know how you're going to pull that stat up in the
It's a
next
tricky
20
stat.
seconds.
He's got a special whip.
We'll let him do that. Let's take this one over.
Okay.
I
I'll
think
see in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
no worries. They're going to take their time with this draft anyways. So again, they can't really pick it. Like again, Rubik does kind of look good, but you can't really pick it for 5. It doesn't sound like a fly hero. The Warlock ban as well. The other side of it is TNC just doesn't want EG to fully match the amount of aggression that they're going to provide. The Golem really easy to take team fight underneath it. So I don't know, the Juggernaut again, like we said in the previous series, Juggernaut is a very good hero in being able to lane into Darkseer. You can always spin out the wave. It's just an unnecessary pain for this Darkseer.
Definitely.
Disruptor.
I love this hero. I love him. I think he's fantastic, especially if you think you're going to be on the front foot, chasing people down, being aggressive.
Especially with the Sven band, EG might also be inclined to potentially pick up a Naga, especially if TNC pick a squishy hero that can't really deal with illusions.
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect setup.
Yeah, the song setup with the silence, the vacuum into it, that's a pretty big combo.
24-17.
So his record against him is 24 to 17.
Left.
How the hell did you figure that out, Paul? Did you message him?
Nope. Hey, Ted says. How many matches have you won?
Question.
Yeah, just take time out.
So 24 to 17. So
yeah, that's a very quick and dirty one.
Wait, was that the stat that you were preparing like a week ago, and that you came here saying, "I got this really good stat about Heen," and then you made this whole ruse right now, making it look like you're.
I actually had to do it on the spot.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's me or you now. They're going to take your word, actually. Okay, cool.
It's a quick and dirty one.
I would like TNC to pick up some disengage actually from this. Again, they could also even go for the Naga themselves. I just think right now with both team fight, you either need to try and match the aggression, or you need to be able to have a solution to when they do take the fight, you can just sit back and just not
Dire's turn to pick.
Not go into it really.
Bat Rider.
There's the Bat Rider. So they're not deterred for it.
No.
Which then it means it's the pos 5, 4, and 3 in that order pretty much.
I'm kind of surprised by that pick, honestly. Bat into not only Nyx, but I feel like Disruptor kind of messes Bat Rider up a bit as well.
Sure, but in laning phase, the Disruptor is actually really sad. He doesn't really do much to the Bat Rider, especially if he's got the Sanking with him. It also opens up the possibility where with the dual lanes, the AA could potentially go up into that lane, get a lot of aggression, and then that leaves your carry just playing alone into the Darkseer. So you now play the last game, but they have the Lifestealer. Yeah, they can then also have that type of hero that just sits in lane by himself. But again, Lifestealer is a really good pickup. The Bat Rider is going to be really upset playing into this Lifestealer. He's going to have to try and bait out the rage and then go on after the rage.
Yeah.
And especially when all 3 of your heroes right now from TNC naturally are magic damage dealing like cause. TNC needs to get an answer right now to actually kill this Razor. The Razor? Lifestealer. They could potentially pick up the Razor, which is the direct counter to Lifestealer.
It's Dire's band now.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
It also is a flex pick, allows them to just keep it open for a little bit longer. But again, they're picking up and they were picking first into the last phase anyway, so it doesn't really do much. It just allows them maybe to have a ban might be wasted by EG at least.
10 seconds.
I'm just seeing Paul running down a ton of little
5
predictions over here.
seconds left.
No, just one.
Okay.
What did you write down, Paul?
It's Radiant's band now.
It's a secret prediction.
What are you predicting, last picks or?
I think EG might go Death Prophet. I think Death Prophet can be pretty good for them. Gives them the tower push, gives them the aggression, plays really well off of Surge. You've got the defensive spells from Disruptor. Again, Nyx as well is very good at playing behind, like in front of the Death Prophet. Sorry.
Have we seen a Death Prophet yet in the tournament? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
Yes.
Not many.
5
They fixed
seconds
the
left.
bug with her Ags and Radiance, right?
Not gonna lie, I know of the bug, but I have no idea if they've actually fixed it or not. I haven't seen any patch notes that directly stated about it being there. The real question is, what does TNC like? They need to whatever hero they want to put. They have to pick a hero mid that is able to. This is why I like Razor for TNC personally, because you can still put it mid if it's a good matchup, or you can put the troll mid in certain situations as well.
True.
And they just need to ban out a hero that is like this tempo controller for EG. For example, this Death Prophet, it's very scary. Queen of Pain, very scary. Storm Spirit as well is extremely scary if you get to that point in the game. And I think these are the key heroes that TNC need to go. If we pick a Death Prophet, we shouldn't be scared of Storm because of silence. And same with Quap. So they're just kind of running kind of this process right now.
Well, they're running out of time.
They've got
Radiant
4
pick.
seconds left. And they banned the sniper.
Do you think EG would have gone for sniper there? You are joking.
No, he said that
he wrote
EG
sniper
would
for
go
EG.
for
Dire pick.
Got another level.
TNC take the Death Prophet. Okay.
Paul actually did
Alright.
write down sniper
So
for EG.
is this a quap? Do they want the quap now?
I think Storm probably, but the silences from the
When-
DP has kind of screwed that over.
Storm could be okay simply.
Well, they banned the TA themselves, which
I mean, the thing is, like Sumail already told us, he doesn't really
10
think that these
seconds.
matchups to
no, he's
matter
not. He's
so
not
much,
wild.
so-
I think he feels like they're not wildly
5 seconds
counterable
left.
anymore. Like as in massive gaps between them. So
So-
he's quite okay picking.
Yeah,
a
he
quap
could. I
if
mean,
he
he
wants it.
really could.
They haven't actually played against a Death Prophet in this tournament right now.
No,
I know they played against it against Team Spirit in the last tournament they went to, the one in Moscow. So I think he was playing Windrunner in that one, but I don't know if that matchup's good enough for him to play it, especially when they lost to it. So
yeah,
I still like the idea of them just knowing there's a DP there, but if they pick up this Storm or this like Quap
yeah.
hero,
I mean, the storm's still there, isn't it? So
yeah, the ability just to get the lifesteal onto DP. DP doesn't enjoy minus armor,
Mhm.
and I think for the lifestealer after Radiance, if he goes for the, like maybe a different build, you can easily blow up this Death Prophet, and she doesn't like a lot of people on her at once. So that's why I think they need to pick a mobile female hero.
yeah. Here we go.
Queen.
There's the
It's
bot. Yeah.
hero choosing time.
Yeah, I think it's a nice draft. I think again, it's really hard to say a draft looks bad when you have a Nick Starks there. I think as soon as you have this combo, you've always got every point in the game where if you're behind, you can have the wall, you're going to be able to take over the enemy. You got this illusion. It just always looks nice, and I think they're all comfort heroes pretty much for the side of EG. And again for TNC, I think they've
Well,
got,
they were comfort last time, though.
Yeah.
That didn't work out. Is this a faster pace? Is this the kind of pace you were looking for?
I think that they can easily take these earlier fights, and I think again TNC's got 3 of their best heroes, and I think EG's got probably 2 or 3 of their heroes as well. So I think this is going to be a much closer game. The earlier fights they can both take them, but my only fear is this Death Prophet. The Ags, it's very strong, and
It's
if
very strong. Yeah.
Sumail doesn't play well in the mid lane, which normally he does, but if he doesn't, they might have issues actually blowing up this hero.
Okay. Very quickly, Ted. Which way?
I mean, I think it'll probably go to a game 3. I can't imagine
Okay.
EG getting 2-0'd, so I this one honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Ted wants a game 3. I think we all want a game 3, don't we? Because it'd be nice to see this one go all the way. Let's see whether we do get that game as we head into game number 2.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Two evil geniuses going up against TNC. TNC having a terrific game 1, entertaining Dota, but Kyle, this
Fortune and
draft,
glory
you said it
await.
off camera, you said it off mic. They need a perfect game for Samel now.
Yeah, it's
Do you feel like this is one of those times where it's like, Samel said this before, like you were saying in his interviews previously, I'm just kind of zoning out and just letting like Tal and Bulba pick for me and just whatever.
dude, Sumail's never cared about the draft. He just wants to win his mid lane. Okay, that's his Dota.
So it's the question that goes towards him. Hey, what do you think you can win mid with? Or is it not even that?
It's a way.
We had it in the China Major. Like China Major was some else that he literally said to Bulba, like, just give me Quap. Just give me Quap. And everyone's there on the power going, Quap would be the worst possible idea right now, and they give him Quap.
It's just the Sumail playstyle, though. You know, it's when you think you're better than your opponent, and when you think you're better than every opponent, why not?
Sure.
I will say the problem with Quap, though,
3, 2,
is just
1,
a hero
let's go.
concept, specifically in a game like this,
From Zoe.
is how many deaths? How do you snowball? I would say the over-under here is 2.5. Less than that, I'm a favor EG. More than that, it's going to get tough.
That was a lot of wins for this patch. Was that 11 wins for this patch? I suppose because they've got the extra information. Yeah, it's 11 games and a 73% win rate. They may have played it a lot in Moscow.
And I will say, though, the Quap, if he has a great game, you should be able to beat the DP in the laning phase. And if you do that, you can start to really snowball hard because Bat and AA both hate playing against Quap. Even Troll, really. No one on TNC is really great at hunting the Quap outside of team fights. Sure, you could like get ganks and stuff, but I expect Sumail to go for his utility style. Maybe a Veil into a Lincoln's specific, because if you look at Lincoln's in this game, it is insane.
Against the initiation of Bat, he's going to need that.
Sanking stun as well. And once again, though, the Arteezy lifestealer.
The battle begins!
It's
but once again, he's got multiple delivery systems. Maybe this one's a little easier for him in the Nyx Assassin, and it's the sacrificial one. Remember when Kura always used to play this Nyx, where he'd just run in there and be the vision game or the delivery.
What's weird though is that
Bounty doing that.
So TNC they banned Jug, right? Which you got to do because you're going AA Sanking and then you're taking a Bat. But they picked Bat into Nyx. Sorry, it was EG that banned Jug, but you pick Bat into Nyx, and you know Lifestealer's still in the pool, which leads me to believe they just have so much faith in this EU AA that will be the difference maker, and it'll keep Arteezy's Lifestealer from really becoming that huge threat. The back lane bottom was successful, and now Arteezy TP's in, but there's no creep wave there, so he will be a full level behind this Bat.
Yeah. That's the downside for him, but the fact that Cuckoo TP down, so it's like, is this actually the matchup they were looking for? Like to have Arteezy up against Batrider?
For sure, and this is why you pick the Lifestealer. You always want to ensure it goes up against the Bat. It's not surprising, but it's a bit tougher just because
Fly feels very sacrificial, trying to keep Mel out of the lane, but the Spirit Siphon and the Crook Swarm, they have the range, they can rotation in from the Ancient Apparition. And Sumail, it's like, okay, I can't really do anything to help you here. I've got a level 1 Shadow Strike that was on cooldown at the time.
That's huge for Mel, because you can see he was already getting heavily out CS'd, right? This is the third wave. He's at 2-1 against the 6-2 of Sumail. This bottle, or rather the first blood, means he'll have that much needed regen and the null. Quap very much a snowballing laner. If you win the first couple waves hard, you can crush a lane. And that's why Fly's here, you know, just to try and get him that support, get Sumail that early couple advantage.
And you want to look at a lane crush, you have a look up towards top lane, and 9-6 CS on Gabby, and he's still got a creep wave coming in towards him. The Darkseer doesn't really stop Gabby from either farming or denying. The Iron Shell's that consistent damage that you could just play around and CS around easily.
And it's also the dual support combo, right? You've got AA and a stun. It was Earth Spirit last game, it's Sanking this game. S4, he steps out of position ever so slightly, he'll just die because of that Cold Feet Sanking stun setup.
Now then, they'll need that camp in just a bit. This side camp to pull up or something to allow S4 to change the balance.
Yeah. And you're cool with this.
All right, come on, Disruptor. You got this. JJ's been watching for this. The Courier snipe down mid. How many attacks does it take? 51 damage? 1 and 2.
Courier is dead.
Easy done.
Wonder what idiot
No
died.
mango.
Yep.
And Armel, yeah.
That's really big for Sumail. You can already, he loves to play, he's almost got a personal courier for the first 3 minutes when EG plays Dota, and this allows him to just spam regen out. Now that Armel's able to do so, look for Sumail to try and continue to apply heavy pressure, try and force Armel all the way back to base.
I'm loving this ward game coming in from S4 as well as Tim's. I think Tim's just trying to block this camp up every 3 minutes, combining the Fire Strike with the coffee is going to connect, so S4's going to lose a lot of life. He's still got Surge, so he'll walk away, should not die from this. But it's the fact that EG was able to unblock the camp, and then the other camp got blocked up. Cuckoo, open wounds, Crit's coming in to help out, and they have the follow-up stun, and inside the Fire and the Flames are still willing to battle against Cuckoo, and this is where it's just so easy to play the Nyx Assassin to get the stun.
Yep.
But they don't have enough damage between them yet to get the kill on Cuckoo, but he cannot rejoin this lane.
And he's fine though, he's doing better than the Darkseer, that's the key. And really, if you think about who's going to use low amounts of net worth better, it's going to be the Batrider. He really just needs maybe a drums bots or a voice.
I'm going to go for mid. I think Armel is actually dead. It's a level 2 Shadow Strike, but it's Fly rotating in through the rear. Sumail, he had the extra life, and here comes your strike. So it's double Dota Fett ticking down on Armel. And Fly actually is the one to claim the kill. TNC wants this because they're rotating Tims and AU in here. And they may still get one. But Fly turns the opposite way.
They're going to try. I would have liked to see Tim's grab a CS before they started making these moves. It's a lot harder to rotate. He doesn't have that catch speed.
TP did not come in time.
Really
It was a fun, smart play, but that TP just took 1 second too long.
Yeah, remember, this is all because Cuckoo got that first level under tower alone. It's so important for a Batrider to disadvantage his lane, and now he's just abusing these pulls. And unlike S4, who's actually just forced to jungle, only level 3, has to run all the way back to base. And as we said, like, Darkseer, he wants to buy these teamfight items. They're expensive and time-consuming to build up towards. All Bat needs is a blink. His game impact solid.
Great. I still can't believe how much money Gabby is getting. Solo experience and all the cash, all the denies. His net worth at almost 2.6k right now.
It's decent.
Yeah, it's decent.
It's a bit scary for EG just because if you look at it, you know, a troll BKB, they got no answers. And this is something I like about OG's drafting patterns quite a bit. They very rarely have zero methods of dealing with BKBs. EG, you gotta be afraid, especially if Gabby gets what I have to assume is like either a Valor or maybe fast on Young.
Fly. Nice value point up in Glimpse, pulls Cuckoo back in, and Arteezy. A much needed kill for him. That's his first of the game. Second for EG overall.
I like his decision to change it up a bit this game. Going for Orb of Venom and Phase Boots wants to ensure he can keep laning dominance down here. Now Cuckoo's going to start to struggle. Might have to move towards the jungle. Especially if EG keep 3 heroes bot, but oh, TP's back down. This is dangerous.
Do you actually look for like these faster items, like not the Midas as well as the Radiance this game, and you go for something that's like earlier fighting for Arteezy?
I think so. I think when you have a Quap, a Disruptor, a Nyx, and Darks, like the whole lineup of EG is built around playing with pace. I do think that into the this game, TNC will have an edge. I want to see
S4. They're just going to chain their stuns, the cold feed triggers, and Gabby's got more than enough damage to kill him off, but alright, sure, Ancient Ambush will take
bottom.
Can they get under the tower?
You know what's
They
going
try.
Guys,
Chris not on the firefly, so we can't just fight Karabas, but Fly gets some vision. Glimpse now just comes off cooldown, but he doesn't have the range. It's a level 1 Glimpse. Just not big enough.
And good try from Cuckoo. They aggro Glyph
Radiant
though, and keep
fortified
the archers
destructions.
and a few of those
Pretty
creeps
good move,
alive.
if you ask me.
Now the Radiant
Radiant's
Glyph will come out, so it
bottom tower's
should be
still
enough
there.
to maybe kill the
But
catapult.
not
Crit,
for
you
long.
can see, he just
He's
tanked.
tanked.
Yeah, keep that alive, because that guarantees the tower.
Yeah.
Well done. A lot of base regen on
Radiant's
Crit along
bottom
with the
tower
tanker,
is
so
under attack.
mind.
Actually TPing support in. Cuckoo is already here, goes in the Firefly, one Spine Carapace kicks in, but the Spike catches the Fire Strike from SK, as he said. Oh, nice double stun. Crit's got some space into the trees, taking a lot of hits from the tower. He's got a couple, no, one more attack will do it. Cuckoo's got the Flying Vision. Crit will finally go down. And that tower's well within deny range,
Yep.
if they want to.
Yeah, EG, they're definitely going to be the ones looking to play more of a skirmish style. TNC, it's all just about the pickoffs and the team fight, playing around the DP ultimate. EG not nearly as cooldown dependent, and about the Disruptor, you know, if you get that one kill, you can play aggressive and fast. Nyx Invis, Quap blinks in, you find the first.
Radiant just
Anyone
denied their
caught
bottom tower.
trying to maybe help out a hero is always susceptible with Fly getting a glimpse back. Very easy to get that exit kill with the EG aggression, so...
That's the nice power of the Disruptor.
Yeah, and
Samel got a small victory there in mid. He actually was able to deward the Observer. It leaves only one fresh ward, which also got scattered out by the Dire Ops. So EG maybe I'd actually make TNZ totally blind on the map. They don't. They have one Ops left on the SK in his inventory.
worthy of note, Sumail did skill build for the laning phase. 3 points in his Shadow Strike.
He's
0
not
points out.
rotating.
Exactly. It's about staying in this lane and trying to beat the death drop. 33-17, 32-11. He's doing good so far, but it means he won't be able to accelerate as well. And it's not like he's going to be able to rotate too early. He needs a couple more minutes, then he can look to get active with the
Dyer's
TP here
top
and there.
tower is about to be Radiant's
That
top
Observer ward
rubble.
did get dewarded out. So this is. I'm interested. Like yeah, he's not going to rotate, but that's kind of fine. Like TNC, they seem to be happy to just accept the fact that Gabby's getting bigger. Even more happy to accept that if Fly can get the kill, the wall will keep Gabby away, and this keeps Fly alive.
But here comes EG looking to move over. They pop the shrine a bit before
Dyer's
Fly
top
gets
tower
there.
is
I
under
know what that
attack.
feels like, my buddy. I've been left behind before as well.
Surge crit forward. They just need to get this Impaler onto the Ancient
Dyer's
Apparition
top
using
tower
Spike
might be
Carapace to help
going
set it up. Cold feed. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Oh, yeah. And bottom lane, Arteezy will be going for that Midas Rush, as expected.
Okay. So no shenanigans.
Yeah, please. Arteezy, fighting? Gotta get the net worth going, my man. Yeah, Cuckoo's stuck in the jungle though, much like S4, actually falling behind just a little bit. He might have stayed bottom just a bit too long. Tim's gonna come help him clear these stacks, maybe get some experience, it looks like. And once again, a bit of a slower early game between these two teams. You know, we're looking to get online. Certainly both squads with a plan as to how they want to execute throughout the mid game. No real team moves able to occur until more core items come online.
I'm actually interested to see like Samel's build up. He's got a crown coming out to him at the moment. You were talking about like Veil, but what happens if he gets hit by the Silence of Death Prophet? Do you get like a defensive Yule Scepter
I think
on your cop?
I don't like things like Yules in a game like this because there's follow-up disables, right? So yeah, you catch the Silence, you want to Yules it off. A Sand King could just stun you. It's wasted gold in that sense. It's far better, I feel, to maybe go for like a second or third item BKB, ensure that there's really nothing on TNT that can do to kill you, unless it's a troll.
That is not what we want to have happen for the Fire Strike Arteezy. He takes a rune and gets the hell out of there, but Spike Carapace is a fantastic ability. I clicked E and positioned perfectly.
Indeed. Here comes the Midas along with the 2 tomes for EG, just the 1 tome for TNC. Looks like they're going to be giving it to the AA, who should be very close to level 6 once he utilizes it. No DP ults used so far by Armel though, very important, and it looks like he's actually going to be going first item Ags. Of course, one of the new scepters, a lot of players consider it the best, where it ensures that any instance of damage is actually providing an extra ghost that goes on attacks. And if you're using the new terrain and the Death Prophet Ags comes in, guess what, kids? Your FPS can drop all the way down to like 40. It's great.
You just have it going and like, wow, is there actually a game-breaking buff inside of here that's going to make it so you could win? Well, no,
dude,
we could Terrorblade this stuff.
I hope the game gets like 80 minutes and like the Darkseer particles combined with the ghosts start breaking everything.
Fantastic information. He was underneath the sentry wall, so Armel got a small glimpse of it. But this is the tower where Fly's got Wall and Storm up. The level 6 Obstructor arriving well before the AA, and they're utilizing it instantly.
And this is the big edge for the EG lineup. All 3 of their cores are excellent at pushing lanes, and their 2 supports are arguably the best killers in Dota.
That's easy. Get away. What is this TP? He doesn't want to do it. He wants to try and walk it off. Support is TPing over. It's in the form of the Disruptor. Remember, he doesn't have that combination available anymore, but he can just wall things up, or he can just glimpse Gabby. No,
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He'll infest and doesn't glimpse Gabby. He glimpses Batrider instead.
Yeah. Once again, Gabby not going for the greedy build. He's going to go Yasha, Diffusal queued up, Arteezy once again.
Oh, the ice bomb. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. The rage is going to make sure he doesn't tick too much.
He's dead.
Tick.
To the second to last tick.
Tick.
Last tick. Not close. Unfortunate though. That really smart stuff, man.
It really does. Nice. Nice.
Excellent usage of the chat wheel TNC. Yeah, but look at the net worths though. EG, comfortable positions, really just Gabby who's snowballing, and a big part of this is the Armel DP. You know, I think he's one of the best, like most talented mid players, if not the most talented mid player in SEA. But heroes like Death Prophet, Razor, Viper, DK, not really his forte, and he still has yet to use the ultimate, even if it's for farming. This is far too useful of a spell to just hold on to, and it's why his net worth has fallen off. You want to be taking objectives with the DP, not just farming through the jungle.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny, like they're dodging a lot of fights on top lane. There's that one Observe Ward that's, I guess, still got 3 minutes left on it at the moment, but it initially scouted the movement of EG moving north, but then they got the kill.
Yeah.
But it's spotted every single thing since then. Like Nyx Assassin going in, Viz being surged up and pushed forward, but the Darkseer, all of that was being watched, and TNC just totally avoid Crit's movement this time around.
And we have a similar scenario as last game, where this time it's
Back
TNC. Oh,
Radiant's middle tower is not
they've got to get away from this thing.
TNC, they don't have a hero to buy the sustain items again. And that's a problem when you're playing against Darkseer, who's always going to be able to pick those up. It'll give them a big edge in the later team fights that come out. As you've been noticing, like they also have the ability to move around the map a lot easier. Every time Vendetta's up, every time Disruptor's active, they can look to find kills. Gold advantage, flip-flopping, still 5-5, but thus far, I'd say EG's got an edge. Bot's finished on Cuckoo, so he's just going to try and deal with the split push pressure.
Yeah. And I really just feel like, hey, you're 1 game victory away from getting into the winners bracket final. Like, that's like, sure, you'll definitely take that. TNC, like, you're flagging them as the dark horse for this tournament, and they've been exactly that, but they've performed. so well at the top teams. Like it's not like it's even better when a team does this and it's not based off the mistakes of another team.
Yeah.
It's based off the fact they're coming in and actually playing a good game of Dota.
No, dude, Armel and Gabby have been two of the best SCA core players for some time. And
I always think James was one of the best support players of SCA.
Yeah, they just needed, I think Keen's the perfect complement. And, you know, I don't want to oversell his impact, but you look at TNC, a bunch of younger guys, very emotional team, very loud team. You can tell by their chat wheeling. It's pretty similar to what we hear live in the arena. And
yeah, I hope we
is-
actually have like live mics on the players during the event, as well as the British crowd, which is going to be like if you're coming tomorrow, I cannot wait to actually have the British crowd around us.
You put that up against Heen, one of the most mild, like mellow, soft-spoken guys you'll ever meet. The embodiment, the epitome of calm. And I think it's the perfect thing for TNC, because really they just needed an identity. They needed someone to teach them how to play as 5 players, not just 5 individuals, because the sum of their parts is going to be something special. They can really put it all together.
Middle tower is under
It's a good time
attack.
to get started. Still 3 months to TI. They got some time to work.
Yeah, get some momentum up and running. You've already qualified for the major. You get a good position there and go all the way.
Dive's putting a hurt
Mid
on
lane,
Radiant's
TNC's
middle
rotating
tower.
over to try and stop this. They are smoked up. Here comes your Ice Blast. It's a great backline. As well as Crit Spike Carapace comes up to at least reflect some of the earlier damage, but they push him back with the fire and drag through Crit. The double thumb from Tim. Surveil, the Sonic by pushing everybody back up against the storm. Hunter turns around to a 1-for-1 trap for the Humpy. And still can't get himself away from this one. Neither can fly in the silence. It hit Queen. The everything. She thought Trees was protecting her, but nothing was. EG, that at the start looked okay after they escaped the Ice Blast, but it went downhill quickly.
I want to know look at where Troll is and what he did in that fight, and then look at where Arteezy is and what he did in that fight. Now, I'm not saying that Arteezy did the wrong thing, but he's itemizing to be stronger later.
Yeah.
Gabby, for 2 games in a row, is itemizing to play with this team and try and get this mid-game advantage that they were able to utilize to win that first. And we'll see. It's a tougher ask, though. They don't have that easy way to play Dota. You know, put the Wraith can go in front, keep my sniper alive. This time, EG, a lot more tools to win fights as the game drags on, but you have to play a bit sharper. And still, by the way, I don't believe we've seen a DP ult used. He's now level 12. So it's very powerful. I'd like to see them go for this mid-tier 1.
It's always hilarious watching like a Death Prophet now going for this really just tanky kind of style. Like Hood of Defiance first, point booster as well. Like it's not a Your Scepter, it's not a Dispel, which was always the old way of doing it. Like a Death Prophet will go up in the air, you can't touch it, but her Exorcism will still do the work.
Yeah, but it's the same thing, I think, where if you pop yourself up with the Yules, there's just too many disables, too much EG can do as you come back down.
Like Disruptor, ulti down.
And it also doesn't increase your damage output like Ags does. So better to just get that raw survivability item, the Hood, right into that scaling item.
Okay, you just need to change your Yules then, so you can have like a
middle
Rubik
tower is
toss.
under attack.
Like I could fly on the way down. Like we're gonna battle royale this. I can just parachute myself in a different direction.
Dive's middle
Never
tower
gonna
looks to
happen.
be disintegrating.
It should not happen. S4. He's trying to be the bait. Running along the front lines, Crit's right behind him. It's like if you want to jump, if you want to move forward, he'll be there with his bike carpets armed up. Too far up, S4. Oh, there's your fire strike. They found the target. They found Fly. He was too It's gonna chill everybody. Queen of Pain may shadow and tips in the back line with the fire strike. He catches 2 in the he will do massively punished on positioning by TNC, and they want more the silence. It cancels the serve. S4 is no other choice but to stay and to die.
I'm so confused, Toby.
Dive's middle tower's in trouble.
Steady in front of the tower for 30 seconds.
Middle
They're not
tower
going anywhere, EG. Fly wanders just into stun range, like, and just dies.
Dive's middle tower is
If you're
under
a hard 5
attack.
position playing an int hero, you need to be. You can't be targeted like that. As soon as he goes down, EG are wrecked. And they, again, like you said, Arteezy's not participating in the game. And it's not, this is what EG wants him to be doing, just trying to accelerate. But if you're going to play 4-1 like this, you got to ensure not to give away advantage. Great punish by TNC, but really, EG just kind of asked for that to go down.
But maybe this is also the, like, we're talking about the start. You've said, like, maybe EG is going to be a little bit jet lagged. Maybe they're not 100% there. We are going later in tonight than I'm really expecting. And you just got to shore yourself up. But they're professional players, got a lot of experience. They probably played through worse. So EG just need to regather their mindset, and maybe on the back of this momentum that Arteezy can provide, he only needs another 350 gold, and that Radiance is done.
I'm scared. Look at Sumail. Not just the net worth, the number of deaths. The over-under 2.5. He's only got one more life before I feel like his hero might just fall off too far.
I think Crit's dead.
For EG to recover.
He can't TP out. Spy Carapace isn't available. Vendetta is, however. But Cuckoo's got dust.
Yep.
Triggers it. So Crit, slow him up.
He's even
burn him
staying
up.
alive.
And he just around in circles.
You know what's
Really well
cooking.
done there.
Ooh.
That
Radiant's
turn
top
rate
tower
really
ain't
slowed
looking
down.
too
And I
steady.
love that he didn't rush the Blink Dagger here. Wanted to ensure he would keep accelerating. I know I said, oh, if he just gets a Blink left high impact, but this way he can continue to accelerate. And more importantly, you don't want two methods of Blink initiation. The Sand King's already going to be rushing.
Tims knows he's safe. He put down a sentry ward inside the tree line, so no one's going to surprise him.
Yeah, and Arteezy does finish the
Radiant's
Radiant,
middle
so
tower's
EG
under
getting
attack.
closer to their timing. They've given away a few kills and a bit of an advantage, but still in a position to win this game for sure.
They're smoking before the Radiance has arrived.
And I'm concerned. I talked about how the supports are great at roaming, finding kills. They haven't been able to do that.
Radiant are
It's the
scanning
Pit
for
053. Look at the net worths.
Does this always feel odd though? Like when you smoke up, you go to the other side of the river and the courier is literally saying, hey,
Yeah.
look this way. There's no observer wall that's going to see it. So it's fine on that front.
Dyer's
It's
top
tough. You always
tower is
want to
about
try
to
and
be
make the move a
Radiant's
bit
top
earlier
rubble.
than the timing comes out, so it's less expected.
Invisibility.
But this time, again, TNC, they've learned their lesson, you know, still playing around as 5. When EG's off map, they are not giving them an opportunity to catch them unawares. Look at even the sentries,
Find
the
those
5 of
sneaky
them,
bums.
6 of them rather, just keeping EG isolated, and then there's 3 more on the top side of the
Hey,
map.
remember they cap now. You can't just buy unlimited sentries.
That Blink Dagger is finished as well, I believe. No, actually, wow, okay, cool. Tims went for the hood. So I was talking about how they have that lack of hero teamfight items.
Oh, Fire Strike, jumping forward. His big hits. S4 trying to back it back up. That defender heals it directly. Helping to take smells. They can blink away. The storm is good. On the storm, they don't have the detection available. There is a sentry wall now being planted. A double stun out through Armel as well as Tims, but they want to go for more. Another silence, just making sure the Queen of Pain can't just blink herself away. Good defensive wall from Fly, but Cuckoo, he flies around despite Carapace. Stun's coming off cooldown for Crypt, but the Glimpse will buy the space with the following strike. Surveil, he came back home to defensive mules. Yeah, he actually uses it aggressively. Sends
Radiant's
Armel
bottom
up and
tower
blinks
is
away
under
himself.
attack.
Yeah, there is an AA ult available. Remember, True Sight does not
Da-da.
reveal. True Sight does
Da-da.
not reveal.
Smells fine. He's more than regenerated. Oh, he's
Radiant's bottom tower needs a hand.
Oh, wait, he's TP'ing the tier 2 tower
Dyer's middle
already.
tower looks to be
He
disintegrating.
ain't gonna regen there, but it's fine. He got bottle charges.
Dude, I'm sorry. That's another big mistake from Fly. Like, the detection's not planted. The Death Prophet lives. Huge Glimmer Cape pickup from EU. Second game in a row on this AA. He rushes this item. And without detection, not just does DP survive, but as soon as the Lifestealer Rage fades, he's just dead. He's standing in melee range of a Death Prophet getting drained with a ton of max HP. You're just going to go down.
I actually thought there was maybe I'm just like tripping a little bit, but there was a Dire Sentry on top of that camp where the Ogres were. It's gone now. There wasn't a Sentry in range to get rid of it. By the way, must be D1 of a D1. Crit's going to have a lot of fun. Maybe not Sank. The fail. The double bar strikes out. But it won't be enough to save him. Dead for 44 seconds. This may can't actually open up Roshan.
This is the right move from
Dyer's
Team
top
C.
tower
They
is about
don't
to be
have the
Radiant's
DP
top
ult,
rumble.
and they don't. Ready to rock and
Death
smell.
Prophet. He does not want to be involved in this. That lasso is almost in range. The trigger of drum charge try and close the distance, but Samel still got his own blink and had S4 very close by as well to help.
Just again, it feels like 2 games in a row. It's the TNC supports that are really the difference makers in the series, just really outplaying the EG duo thus far. 4-1-9 on the EUAA. You can see why they're confident first doing this hero 2 games in a row.
And he just keeps getting bigger and bigger because they got him to level 10 very early on, so that 90 gold per minute talent is just, it's been kicking in for I think actually 10 minutes now.
Yep. And it's crazy. I mean, Gabby has a 60 CS advantage on our tour, 50 rather, and he's ahead in net worth, even though he's been participating. But this is just the benefit. If you're taking these fights and winning them, you're always going to outfarm,
Funny thing
outproduce.
is, it's only 300 ahead. They're looking for a Roshan fight, but no one's there.
Yeah.
Like, it's a 4-man smoke up from EG, but Arteezy was the open one. If he was in that smoke too, they could have maybe slipped in.
Yep. And
it would have been dangerous against that.
I really love the decision from Tim's. Just he's going to be going for the pipe. I expect he'll go for like a Crimson or something next. You just want to ensure you stay alive, specifically your Death Prophet. The supports, just cast your spells. If you die, who cares? As long as the DP and troll are good, you're good.
Oh, the timing! Samael gets away!
You gotta find some quick cast, Cuckoo. Spam that.
He definitely felt something. Troll started up on Roshan now. The Firefly get this chain off stun. They actually break him. The stun doesn't connect, so Cuckoo could just walk it off. Roshan still going down in the meantime, bashing up Gabby. He doesn't actually have enough sustain.
Nope.
He doesn't have enough life for this. He's only got the Yasha. There's no Sanj in that.
Right now, TNC's got the edge. If you're EG, you need to try and take out the arm out Death Prophet, but look at his health. He also, this is cool, check out the talent. You almost never see people go magic resist over damage, but this is one of those games I feel like it's warranted. You're playing against a Radiance, Lifestealer's still mostly magic damage at the moment. Every other hero on EG, there's no physical there.
Yep.
So he's surprisingly tanky, and yeah, you can see.
Yeah, very odd to go for it, but it definitely works.
I like it. I really like it in this game because he just has to stay alive, right? EG knows if they don't take out the Death Prophet, they're going to be in trouble. They have the BKB on Troll as well. It's important TNC get a fight and get one soon. The ads up on Death Prophet as well. Would not be surprised to see a smoke move come out. And I do believe that's what they're heading for right about now.
This whole game still feels like it's just continuously slowing down until more and more items appear.
Yeah.
Like, Samael's going to get expressed in just a second. Cuckoo again is trying to find a kill. If they get a kill, they could open up Roshan, but until then, they're concerned about it. Darkseid loves playing around the pit. Same with Disrupted. This combination is scary if TNC cluster.
Yep. And the next, the pickups you're looking for if you're TNC to close out, you need level 18 on the Death Prophet, that'd be big. And you want to make sure that Zanky can finish with they're just going to go straight into the pit. EG, you want to make it.
Buyback comes in quickly. There's only one Gabby so low. They blink away. They don't want to find him.
KB on Trolls down. You can no longer win these engagements. And EG, thanks to Disruptor, you're going to find the extra every single time. So you're going to punish TNC for any mistakes. They make sure you get the Aegis, but that's certainly an EG win. They actually remove the gold advantage. And Aegis is gone as well.
And they took the tier 2 tower on bottom. They'll take the tier 1 tower on top. And by the looks of it, with the amount of damage they're pumping out, like, they're going to get more. It always feels a bit funky too when you see Veil over on a quad without the cooldown reduction. It's all attack speed now.
You got to question whether that was the right time for TNC to press their advantage, right? They were half a level from 18 on Death Prophet. If he had the level 3 ultimate there, the Roche is dying fast enough for them to be able to help their troll. Instead, they're still dealing with the supports in the river. And there's no clip either.
So this is Cuckoo dying, so this is just the tail end of the engagement.
But it's just not getting out in time. There's no way you're helping Gabby. He's stuck on a high ground. There's so much disable on the side of EG, and that glimpse, as you can see, it's a huge kill. It's a huge kill, and they just get it for no cost.
No way to get out of it either.
Yep, and they get map control now. And bear in mind, like, they hit their timing right as that fight started. They got the Deso on our tour, and then immediately they're fighting in the pit while TNC still had a couple things they could have done to ensure a proper spike. That's the difference maker. Dota's a game of very small margins, and EG using everything he can.
He doesn't see. He has an observer ward in the river that doesn't look up on the high ground, but the EG ward has a little bit of extra height to it, so it saw Cuckoo coming. This is fun from Fly. He's building an Aghanim Scepter without any other item. There's no support. There's no utility style items. So it's bold. But he's also just hanging in the trees.
Yep.
Using Dire Observer would probably just at least damage the creep wave. There's only a level 2 Thunderstrike though. That's not going to damage anything.
Yeah, but if you check out the net worth, Arteezy, you're talking about how he was just farming. Well, it's starting to pay off. The Deso, the AC soon to be finished. The physical damage is no longer going to be a problem for EG. You got to look at TNT. Like, they got the early BKB on Troll. They had the Death Prophet, just they didn't push it enough.
Maybe they push now. A double damage on the Troll Warlord. They've still got now a 9-second BKB on him. Armel has a level 3. I think they're ready to fight. They just need the jump. RTT's adding pressure towards the bottom, but TNC will push faster.
Yep, and they might just look to go here. This feels like what they need to do because EG will outscale them. They have the double damage.
You've got Pipe, you've got everything else. Gabby initiated on. They just put Batrider on the bottom lane, however. So Gabby back in the wall. He begins his BKB TP out, and everybody else, you get out to safety as well. Armel begins his TP. Tims will get out. They'll be fine. But I don't know if TNC were all on the same page there.
Yeah, definitely a bit hectic. They weren't sure whether they wanted to take a fight in EG's base or not. It's difficult because while you could probably take a 5-on-5, that's not the number you're going to be playing against. There's 5X coming out.
Radiant
So you're
are
going to
scanning
get
for
that
enemies.
initial kill, you know, using the BKB, using the lasso. But when that hero buys back, you're in trouble, and it's very difficult to cut your losses because of that disruptor factor.
A gift from the Tempest of
And
Battle.
now TNC move towards the bottom lane. They're hunting around the 30-minute runes. Because at the moment, they're not getting any of them. Like, Batrider's going to bottom one up now. Oh, hello. Samuel comes in, quick Yule Scepter. Just wants to buy some time. Luckily, as the Yule brings him down, Cuckoo takes damage, so he can't just blink up quickly after us, after anyone. But
yeah, I really like Samel's item build this game as well. The Yule's obviously has already paid for itself, saving him a couple of times.
Yeah.
Still just with 2 deaths, by the way. Still in that win condition.
Yeah.
And now going for the Mjolnir to ensure his auto attack damage is the real threat on the hero. You can then save the ult.
it's the fun thing
Play
about
on
the
the
Yules,
outskirts
right?
of the fight.
Like you talk about like a lot of setup stunts, but like the way Samel plays it, like he's always seeming to know where it's going to come from. The other times he's used aggressively to blink defensively.
Yep.
It's a nice way of just mixing up what is normally viewed as a defensive item, especially on like heroes like Death Prophet.
And the AC is going to now be finished on Arteezy as well. This is pretty much an EG power spike. You've got the Greaves pipe on S4. So this is an AC and a Greaves advantage. That is a big deal in these 5-on-5 clashes, especially when you consider how much of a role physical damage it plays a part. Really, TNC's ability to win fights, that's all they've really got.
And like evasion as well, like the level 20 talent. Yeah, it's all it's all coming up. And then they can also put the Mjolnir effect on him too.
Yep.
So just send him to the front lines and let him fight.
It does not, however, affect Ghosts. Those do not miss. But Troll, however, he certainly shall.
Information galore.
See, TNC, they're just a bit confused. I like that they're holding hands. You know, you don't want to be caught off guard by EG. They still respect the mobility and kill potential of these 2 supports, but
It's happening again. This is just like game 1.
Yeah.
TNC knows EG are on the bottom part of the map. So once again, they just set themselves up around the jungle. And EG, they're going to ramp around, all the way around the back, on the back of this smoke. Tim is close, and he'll break it. Quick Observer ward down. Sentry will counter it, so they lose that vision. But look at the team. He just wants to kill. He's going after Deathrock. Exodus didn't get off in time.
middle
With a
tower
bonus
is
back in the backline. Deathrock going himself. But Arteezy, not on the cliff. He got pulled up and killed off at TNC. They sent the message of me and falls on the run as well. TNC to go trying to chop through wall, buy back to get into this game, and maybe they can look for something. A back, a wall, a combination of that. Without the Arteezy, they don't need it. The silence, F4's been killed off by the Nexus. All the physical damage still sustained for TNC. They lost the Batrider for that committal from EG. And the tier 2 tower as well.
dude, that's so it's Tim's, right? Breaking the smoke. He misses the stun completely, right?
Yep.
But Arteezy ensures EG don't get the fight they were looking for. And Arteezy, like, he just rage. When you rage early, let's watch this replay. Like, this is the easiest play in the world. You lasso him right to the cliff. Like, how many times? You know what the definition of insanity is, Toby? You do the same thing over and over. You expect a different result. You're going to live on this cliff, Artur.
That wasn't even his cliff. That was Samel's cliff, technically. At least he was the latest one that was up there. But my God, EG.
It's just really...
Maybe Ice Rock was trying to help him. Like, he continuously removes cliffs that you can get clipped on. He pushed back off most of them.
Yeah, I love watching this new TNC, man. This is... They had almost too much discipline for the last 5 minutes, but it pays off. And they get the fight that EG wanted, but they out-execute. And now they've bought space and time. Roche could respawn from any moment to about 3 minutes from now. And for that upcoming engagement, you're going to have a BKB now on the Death Prophet. That is a huge item for his survivability. No longer will EG be able to lock him down.
You don't want to be there. And Gleb's going to try and pull back the escape. He's already got his stuff. Crypting in a little bit with this. The line comes to the back. Flies forward. 2 heroes down. And that's a long time dead.
No
TNC.
buyback on fly.
Roshan's not running at 30 seconds. 30 seconds. It's a little too long, so they can just push mid instead. But Dex System's in 10.
This is perfect. Like, what was EG doing there? They just had 2 supports. He quaps in blink range, sure, but that's not an engagement you can look to fight. And TNC's been holding hands for the last 7 minutes of this game. They're just going to go right up the high ground.
Let's watch EGB test now. Arteezy moves forward. Once again, the Yule Scepter able to protect the Death Prophet pushed away. push the tier 3 tower. Smash on the wave in 2 seconds time. S4's got back and
Radiant
wall,
structures
and they
are
need to
fortified.
combine all of this together. But Tim's is waiting so far in the back lines.
middle tower
Hilarious
looks
thing
to be
is, the
disintegrating.
Beyond is making it difficult
Yeah,
for Tim's
look
to
at that.
blink himself in because it's bouncing through and cancelling his blink dagger at the most inopportune time. So he moves to the front lines instead.
Maybe left to push for a rack.
He's surging him, but TNC, they feel that the buyback from Nyx is enough. The tier 3 tower will go down.
This is so huge. They can push the envelope just a bit longer than you'd expect because they know Fly has no buyback. His buyback would be the
They're
real
coming.
threat, as we've seen.
They're coming. The double silence. Death Prophet creates the space on the back of her exorcism running out. She did not want to have the fight. She still had the BKB wasted. SK, Burrow strikes away. Hopefully, yep, they have enough damage. EG, they get something for their buybacks.
Aegis of Roche is up. There's a cheese there as well, but buyback is available on Tim's. S4 checks
Look
the
at-
pit,
look at
but
him
this
go.
is the fight. Even game, Toby.
Ice Blast was also just used. It missed in mid. It flew over them. I don't think EG was aware of this. They put down a defensive observer ward very
are
quickly.
scanning for enemies.
De-warded out as EG. They want Roshan, but
And
Vortex
TNC
sees in.
TNC just wants to start. EG want to fight now before TPL is going to come.
Over that smoke, he's still got the BKB available on Mel, so he can walk himself out of this, or can he find a snap at action? Now your BKB up the Sonic Wave, Mel's all over this grid. Left through this, the back wall, it's nice. It's not good enough.
All the heroes to initiate on Toby, the Death Prophet with no ultimate and a fresh BKB. It's not the hero. Armel even playing with them, standing in the Disruptor ult as if he's in trouble and just gets himself healed nearly to full. Already doubles the great buyback from Tips, but how does EG not see that coming? Now they buy back on Arteezy.
Oh my god, they need this Roshan if they're going to have any way to try and tip the balance of all these buybacks. There's economical
Look at the
damage.
gold
It's been
shift.
It's been so close for so long. Like, we're starting to peak up once more.
Man, and it's just so tough now because, yes, sure, you've equalized. You prevented TNC from taking that Roche, but
But look at the buyouts as well.
And-
A full Skadi just got purchased over on Sumail.
no
He needs
buyback.
it to control, but he has to sacrifice his buyback for it.
and if he dies that third time, so EG's going to be in some real trouble.
Oh, here they go. They jump in. Chris in a wild apart, but the fourth up. Cuckoo, he gets the lasso. The Glimpse will pull him back, so Fly will be okay. But here comes Arteezy, looking for the kill over on Tim. A quick fourth up, and Gaming goes after S4. S4, he's really just a back. He's a smoke. He's everything else about. Blink away. The defensive Yule is back. It dodges Tim. The silence is there. Another set. The storm is great for Fly. Gaming's in there. Gaming's trying to get back out. Arteezy needs to kill him. He's going to get a big time. Oh, the right one. Bathed in the blood of EG. It raised Arteezy needs to get a double kill for it. Someone's going to go man on man with Death Prophet. He has to blink away in time. But Arteezy thinks he can go in for ball. Phase boots coming off cooldown. Here's your glimpse. Knock into the wall. The damage. Arteezy does get the triple kill. They're bleeding, but they're fighting.
What a fight from EG. Sumail going toe-to-toe with Armel, blinking out just in time. Still anybody's game because neither side really have an advantage capable of taking Roche at the moment. Maybe Artur could get in the pit, but still anybody's game. Huge creep wave top with 2 catapults as well, pushing into the TNC side.
This seems to be so crazy, just how effective EG can be. Now the BKB cooldown
Yeah.
timers are so low.
And if that stun had landed from Tims on the spell, like you said yourself, the Yule's timings have been flawless. If he gets stunned there, I think EG lose the fight, possibly the game, but instead preserves himself and then is able to look quick into Armel.
Well, we come back alive, a little bit of trouble. He was on a mission of vision, and
And Sumail, like, he's got the spell life steal, the attack speed. He went full auto attack
Yep.
build, and it means he can go toe-to-toe with this Death Prophet, even with that ultimate ticking. And unfortunately, EG, they can't get the Roche. TNC will have another
Radiant's
opportunity
middle
to take a
tower is
5-on-5
not
with all
feeling
their
the
spells
love.
available.
Look at EG coming. They're looking for a fight, but TNC unobliging. They're already in full retreat. Cuckoo's over on the side. The Ice Blast is looking towards Roshan. He's regenerating pretty damn quick.
And remember, look, checking out these buybacks. None on SK, none on Bat. For EG, you still don't have one on Fly for a few more minutes, but specifically the Lifestealer, the Nyx, and the Darkseer, all no ability to buy back into these fights. And also, it's a shame, TNC were unable to take out the Dire Top Shrine, so they don't have that teleportation advantage around the pit. They're going to look to smoke again.
It's
Here
a
it comes.
five-man
Dire's
group
bottom
up. They
tower's
want
getting pushed
Roshan.
around. Radiant are
Exorcism in
scanning for
18
enemies.
seconds. The bottom lane, hilarious enough that tier 1 tower is actually still up, but they're all going to walk into each
Dire's
other in the
bottom
mid.
tower
This
is under
time
attack.
EG has their own high ground. Fly will reveal himself
Dire is
by
scanning
putting
for
down the
enemies.
fight, and it's Tims who breaks the smoke. Actually, it's Nix who breaks the smoke on Tims. The dust comes out. It didn't actually clip onto crit. The sentry wards are a little bit too far away, and EG can move back to their shrine. It doesn't have a charge, but it's a position of comfort.
Worthy tribute.
Runes have spawned. They need a gem on the side of TNC. At this point, if you lose it, obviously it's a huge suffer, but it feels like they need it, because otherwise, I mean, really, a battle of the 4 positions, right? Both doing such a great
Radiant's
job
top
controlling
tower's
vision.
under attack.
It's like half the smokes in this game get
Radiant structures are
neutralized by
fortified.
either crit or Tims.
So EG is taking tier 2 tower up on top. Gabby's trying to force in the
Radiant's
mid
top
to get
tower is under
EG
attack.
to TP home.
Dire's bottom
You
shrine
don't
is
want to
under
pull a
attack.
Cloud9 right now. Like, the only person who can't TP back is Fly. It's on cooldown. But Gabby's doing the best he can. Take out the
Dire's
shrine.
bottom shrine
Take
is
control
falling.
of this map. It's crazy that after that tier 3 tower fell, the EG still have their shrine next to Roshan.
Dire's bottom
TNC have
tower.
not been able to get up there and get rid of it, and they really, really need
Dire's
to.
structures
They're
are
showing
fortified.
both cores bottom. EG, they're trying to posture on the Roche pit, but because the illusions were in the pit, they know that they can start to just get into these wards. So keeping an eye on where EG is, TNC getting some free objective gold just to boost up their coffers. I'd really love to see Gabby sell that Wraith Band. Yep, finish your MKP. You need that item to go toe-to-toe with the
Dire's
Arteezy
bottom
Lifestealer.
tower.
They're smoking
Don't
again.
look good.
TNC are on the long walk, so at least use the extra movement speed. And here comes your AA blast.
Dire's
It's looking
bottom
towards
tower is
Roshan
under
once
attack.
more. Kind of big that this is already being committed before the fight begins, but he doesn't let it hit. So
Yep.
EG won't know.
Yep, and that's why they're hesitating.
Dire's
You don't want to
bottom
take this
tower
fight.
is
The
under
sentry
attack.
was there.
No,
No, it doesn't.
you don't
that
see
doesn't-
Ice Blast.
Doesn't work. Yeah, okay.
A necessary change and one of the big buffs that I think increased the quality of life of AA, makes them pickable. Lincoln's finished on Arteezy, huge item choice, along with the 2 second range duration.
They see Tims. They don't know if they can go for it. Drag the creep wave up, at least stopping the momentum. The TNC are trying to get up through mid, but Gabby, he knows, like, okay, well, he'll break the Lincolns.
Yeah, with the,
He's using Diffuse on the tour.
yeah, and that's huge, because as soon as the Lincolns is broke, all of a sudden now Cuckoo's got that possibility of just blink lassoing in. But they need the MKB on Troll if they want to be able to actually zerg down this Lifestealer.
This really feels from EG. It's like, do we do this? I don't know if we should do this. It seems like a good idea.
It's just tough. Neither side is really in a position where they have a huge advantage in fights. They need proper spell casting and target selection. You can't do that without vision, and neither side is gonna wander into wards carefree. Both sides doing a really good job.
Here comes Batrider with, like, okay, you have the end of the DD.
Radiant's top
Range
tower is
just will
under
not
attack.
connect. Oh, life steal open.
Just Gabby and Arteezy poking back and forth.
I really don't know about this. They'll find the Dire Observer ward. So that was meant to be the big ward for EG to see when TNC would
Radiant's
bring
top
support. So
tower's
if they're
above
showing
the
on bottom
top.
lane, they TP, they're trying to contest Roshan, they'll have that information.
Important to note, the level 25s were hit faster by EG. You're going to have the tome pump perfect. It's so good for you. He was 24.5 on Sumel, gets the tome, now he's 25. Scream of Pain has now become a disable. 1.5 second fear, 2 seconds longer on the Rage for Artur.
8
Look at the
seconds.
TNC heroes. Troll just now going to hit 25. Good that they've preserved that Roche fight until he could finish it off. I expect that he'll go for the Battle Trance Strong Dispel, which isn't really super impactful, but I gotta say, those EG 25s, they are. It's the Death Prophet that's important. Whether he gets 8 Spirits or Exorcism grants haste, either is excellent when you consider the amount of slows.
Yeah. If he can just move fast in and out, one stun won't be enough, but you'd be really concerned if you do get caught inside that Disruptor ulti, because Fly's been working towards it. They're giving him the money inside the jungle. He's 200 gold away from the Aghanim Scepter, and then these items won't help you.
And I'll be honest, I think TNC, you want to continue to chill. They don't have 25 on the Death Prophet, they don't have BKB on Cuckoo, and they don't have the MKB on the Troll. He has buyback, however, so they will be able to fight with those.
Does he want to burn the
Dire
Exorcism?
scanning
The
for
fight's going to be
enemies.
coming pretty damn soon. They put down the Vortex.
Radiant
Here comes the
scanning
Exorcism.
for enemies.
Roshan's at 50% at the moment. Aegis and cheese from this little sucker. Can they get close enough for it? Roshan, he's almost gone. EG. He'll buy back in, but remember the Aegis are in the hands of Gabby. They want to try and fight.
They get to the high ground before the glyphs can come out. EG, they have to pursue.
They need vision. They need vision. The surge forward. Is there an open wounds? Is there something? There's no vision on the high ground. Observer and Sentry. It belongs to TNC, not to evil geniuses.
I gotta question the buyback. The big spell was already burnt,
But
right?
do they push? Exorcism will be down. Lasso will be down. Can they actually...
seconds.
Yeah, 20 seconds. It's not long, but it's an opportunity.
You can't.
Then
It's
again,
an Aegis.
it's against an Aegis.
It's an
You
Aegis.
can't.
There's a troll in front of it. It just doesn't work.
They go this profit over on the side. That could be the big rush for them again. He's got the center as well. Cheese Bar's equity on the cement. He can't get to the frame of it yet. Close your eyes. Look at his bleeds. He dodges the ice blast. Still chilled up a little bit. They press the Aegis, but there's no buyback for the dead prophet. Gabby being forced to have to wait. They just want to be able to retreat. RT's moving so quickly, and he's got the vision. Gabby went back in. He a little bit of a spike carriage makes it difficult to keep the chase going, however, but Gabby, Titanicus now worn off, the wall's up once more, and they can just keep going. Looks up corner in a 2 second time. Someone else be pulled back into the depth, but they're almost done now. Gabby and Tim's in trouble, but he gets a 3-man stun. You got 2, I got 3. The fear, Tim's doesn't want to walk too far away. He's waiting, they're backing, they know he's here, but the sand is still in their eyes. He's like a beach, you just can't get it out of your shoes.
Oh my god, but I can't believe that could have been so much worse for TNC. Carmel in the middle of nowhere with no buyback. I cannot believe EG won't get more of a punish off
They're not
this.
going to push. Well, they may not know he doesn't have buyback available. Like, that's probably the only thing that's stopping them. With a Blink Lasso, they could be pushed into a bad position.
Yeah, and this is the big thing. Look, those 2 items, those are huge. They needed the gem. Finally, we get the gem. Crit now will have a much harder time trying to have good positioning in these engagements. Gonna have to use that blink near flawlessly.
And
more
the BKB.
importantly, yes, so Carapace no longer stops Cuckoo in his tracks. He can just gun for either Quap or Lifestealer. You see any save on EG? You see any method of breaking this lasso? Because there isn't. And if he can just get that target and bring it to Gabby, that's a kill.
And it's like when Samel may even want to move off the Bloodborne he's trying to build into and get yourself something like a Hex. Arteezy, nice rage. The never-ending duration lets him back out, but we've already got the Orchid now over on Queen of Pain. It's hilarious because he's got to swap out the Morbid Mask, but he's got his spell life seal of 30%, so that's fine.
It's just for the auto attack damage. Plus, later in the game with the Bloodthorn, you'll ensure no mischance comes out. It's an easy way to deal with the troll swirling axes. You obviously can't buy an MKB on this Quap. Really, still anybody's game.
It's kind of crazy to say considering like how much has been moving up and down. But if you look at the graphs, no one has had a crazy advantage. It has been in the favor of TNC for the goal as well as the experience. But it's nothing that a 47-minute game as well as one team fight can't repair.
Exactly. It's all going to be about which team takes the fight at
Dire's
which
bottom
time.
tower.
Took 47 minutes, but all the other towers are down, and here goes your Aghanim Scepter from AA.
Yep, the 17-second frostbitten duration now. And the reason that's important is because let's say you lasso the Quap, right? The Sumail Quap,
Radiant's
and
top
you
tower
don't do
ain't
quite
looking
enough
too
damage to kill him.
steady. Dire's bottom
and he
tower
blinks
is
out.
under
If you get
attack.
the Ice Blast off, he can't re-enter the fight. And that's what's important. You don't necessarily need to land the kill on these cores now to keep them away from your squad and then allow the rest of your team to just continue to pursue, find these squishy EG supports, and just really chase.
But you got to give a lot of props to Sumail as well. He's blinking, he's almost predicting where the ice blasts are coming. He knows the blast is going to fly over the top of his team and towards himself in that fight around mid. And what does he do? He just blinks as far to the east as possible and then re-enters the fight. Yep. So if the ice blast does miss from TNC, I'm wondering just how strong they'll be. It always seems like it's like, oh, does Ravage hit? Does Black Hole hit? Does Ice Blast hit? These huge AoE abilities are just so critical. If they don't hit, EG need to capitalize.
I feel like maybe TNC forget that Sumail has no buyback, because if they didn't, I'd love to see them start hunting him. He's just finished a Bloodthorn, which is the right move, recognizing, look, I have no buyback, I'm going to buy out. I'm going to be as strong as possible.
And then it's a nullifier too. Oh, I love it.
Hero deletion, baby. He's got so much lockdown in addition to the
Dire's
AoE
top
fear
shrine
now
is
that
under
his Scream
attack.
of Pain provides. Very important. There we go. We take out this shrine. TNC trying to gain
Dire's
a bit
top
more map
shrine
control,
has
but
fallen.
I
Nothing
do like
lasts
Gami's
forever.
itemization as well. It's like, okay, well, Quap, if you want to blink on us, if you want to do anything like that, I need my guaranteed lockdown, building the Abyssal Blade. A little bit extra sustain as well. He's already got 3k HP.
I think at some point he's going to need to split that Sajin Yasha for a Manta, though, because this Orchid will become an issue otherwise. Bloodthorn, rather.
All right, Arteezy did the creep skipping. The bottom lane's pushing in. He does not want to walk directly back up the lane. He's walking underneath the Observe Ward, through the river, through Chokers, and there goes the Lincolns. He never got the range off him. No way to help. S4 was coming in close, but run yourself away. Buyback is available.
Man, if he just like rage TPs there, he gets out. But instead, running through the river. But great ward, another great ward by the AA.
You're still going to hold him with lasso. I think he's still going to end up.
They have no method to pop in Lincolns through BKB though.
True.
It's just a miscue, but that's, I mean, they're going to be able to force a buyback. You got to just keep playing careful if you're TNC, but this is definitely your go time. No buyback on Quap still. Sumail needs another 2.5 minutes, and they're going to get Arteezy's in a couple moments. This will most likely be EG's fight for the game.
They're ready to engage. Look how far back the Ancient Apparition is not involved. They won't be able to pick her off. Good observe ward already down from Tim's. And Mel will instantly commit the X. There's a fortification is available for EG, so they can buy some time here if they want to. They want to pull the towers down. Going for the sun to control Warlord, the primary target. He trapped inside this Aghanim Scepter squad, and he goes in so quickly. Mel wants to revenge on the support that did all this work, but now he's getting kited out. Fly continues to run. Tim's got to the Evan, but he doesn't get close. He can't get closer. He couldn't blink. He already did it. He could fire strike the rest of the way. The ball lands up, and Mel is trapped most definitely back, but here comes the Sonic Wave, pushing it back out again. Death Prophet's down, and it's Gabby being stunned up. Arteezy putting his back to work with that high fast attack speed. Burrow strike from Tim, but he's silenced up. It's Sumail's control that's doing the work. And TNC do not get this push right.
Thanks. Thank you, Stars, for this 180 GPM talent on Fly. Suddenly, did they not know he had an axe? Because Gabby was playing like he wasn't aware, and you can see just how strong this Aghanim Scepter is. Great initiation from Crit, just blindly blink stunning, and then Fly's there to ensure that there's nothing Gabby can do to survive. Now TNT are on the back foot. They're the ones without the buyback.
Look at that net worth. It spikes up. He got 500 gold as well from just that one kill onto the Death Prophet.
Yeah, TNC, they had the right idea, but they just didn't recognize that this time it's EG. It's like really cool out as this game's continued. It's like the sides keep taking turns about who's got that special tool to win this fight. And now it's like back to the drawing board for TNC. What are we going to do for the next one? Answer's probably just kill Fly. But they did burn the Arteezy buyback. Neither one position now with that extra life available.
So Mal's going to push so hard. He's got his buyback on cooldown in 30 seconds time. So here's your buyback in from SK.
I'm surprised they're backing here. Roach cannot spawn just yet. You want to get at least
like
tier 3.
Yeah, they need the tier 3 so that they can go and take the shrine. Because they need to remove this so Roshan becomes easier.
Radiant's middle tower had a run-in with the Dire.
Business.
It's a good point.
Top
Both
shrine is
sides
under
doing a good
attack.
job recognizing what their windows really are.
Radiant's top
You can
shrine
get the tier 3s, you
has
said.
fallen.
This equalizes the advantages around the Roche pit, which we can assume will be our deciding factor in this game.
Roshan's a quick one. He's only 37 seconds of the potential 3.
Yeah, you've got a lasso on Arteezy, the Axe Disruptor ult for the Troll. You want to take out one of these heroes because they don't have the buyback. That will win you the game if you can do that at the start of the fight. Both sides know their win conditions. It's just a matter of who outplays who. Vision will most likely decide.
Oh my god, you see the money that Sumail just pulled in through bottom. He's got enough for the nullifier now, but not a buyback as well.
It's going to save it, but it's always questionable. If you save buyback when your other big core doesn't have it available, you're always at a risk of maybe you can be the one who dies. The other guy can't. I like the decision to just buy out. Get that nullifier.
He'll have enough money anyway, because he's gonna he already sold his item, so he's got surplus enough.
Yep. And oh wow, but they're in the pit.
Yeah, they are. They're doing this fast. This has the refresher shot.
That's huge.
So the refresher shot is the game-winning style of item. So maybe they find the opportunity to crit into Kuku. EG, they have these buybacks and they're going to manipulate them.
That's a huge win for EG though, because Tim's does not have one. The big ults were used on TNC and they do not get the Roshan. So EG will be able to claim that objective even though they had all the buybacks. They're now the ones with the big gold lead, and they should be able to claim this critical Roshan.
They got a refresher orb. They got a refresher orb on Death Prophet. She's got her second ultimate again. Batrider, the longer duration Firefly. He can give the information. Gabby has his BKB and Satanic. He's ready to fight. EG, they feel it's a mail. Ooh, blinks up, goes for the scream. He's looking for Cuckoo. He knows he's sitting on a perch. He is a bird. Then they need to get rid of the Observe Ward. Sumail back in the pit. Cuckoo still giving all this information. Here comes the he took a Satanic over. He's just on the black block. They're doing some work and now Gabby takes the line, but the agency he is going to kill everyone, but can he do it all over again? The BKB is done, the Satanic is gone and that's easy. It's his turn. Gabby is stuck inside the storm. Now guard, and this may be it. There will not be an exorcism, and they're coming straight down mid lane.
Oh, TNC, if only they had the Sand King, it could have been such a different fight. The AL hits on 3, but there's no follow-up. EG get a huge win.
So they just go
no
tier
buybacks
force?
on the court. No, you go for Throne.
Radiant's
they're
middle
going for tier
barracks are
force.
under attack.
You just do it. There's nothing you can do if you're TNC.
And they're ready to fight again. Like Nullifier
Radiant
and
structures are
Bloodthorn
fortified.
from Smells causing so many problems.
Radiant's
With
middle barracks are
Dagon
under
build
attack.
from the ancient apparition. Whatever you've got to find any kind of kill to find space.
Radiant's middle
For
tower
any
is
5 seconds, it feels like it's
I always like
impossible.
seeing
And this game
Radiant's
should
middle
belong to
barracks.
EG. Your eyes blast. Crit gets hit with the backbend in for a double stun. Then it's going to
Radiant's
all
middle
kill them
barracks
all.
are still
And
there.
Evil Geniuses, they will get the GG Gimsey. The kill off the front. And we are going to a deciding game. EG fighting hard, fighting strong. They're still fighting scrappy.
And for kudos to Crit though. I mean, for the last 3 or 4 fights, he found the initiation, just straight up blink stunning. And that's the difference maker. Tims goes down with no buyback. Crit still with the high impact. Really just a methodical game by both teams. Really just fun to watch. It's good Dota. I'd love to see the new TNC. I don't care if they win this series. This is, I'd say, by far the best